Hello, my name is Veronica and excited to be presenting for conflict resolution and labor negotiation week 2 regarding the topic negotiation. The first author I'm going to be discussing is Deutsch and the resolution of conflict, constructive and destructive process. What stood out to me most about this was the goal interdependence theory. Comparing the cooperative goals and the competitive goals, where in the cooperative means the parties succeed together, they encourage trust, communication, joint problem solving, and the competitive is the antithesis, where one's party's success depends on the other's failure, and there's an increased defensiveness and destructive behavior. I thought the quote on page 29 really reflected this. Creating frequent deadlocking rather than arrival at mutually satisfying agreement with the competitive goals. There's an obvious power imbalance with the competitive goals, as this party is going to have majority of the control on who gets to engage. And with the cooperative goals, it promotes constructive conflict, prioritizing fairness and inclusivity. And this is so important within government as there's major decision making happening, and social justice conflicts. The second author is Kenneth E. Boulding and Conflict and Defense, a General Theory. With this, he succinct his theory into conflict being a perceived reality, the distribution of power, and then the response to threats. This is important to understand the process and movement of conflict. As you identify it, it's easier to reduce violence and improve conflict management. I thought it was really important to highlight that it is the perceived reality and not just the facts. As this does play a major role in understanding the conflict. Thirdly is Kozer's The Functions of Social Conflict. And his theory was looking at conflict as necessary and productive. It strengthens group identity, clarifies the norms, and promotes social change. On page 154, he states conflicts, rather than being disruptive and dysfunctional, can be a means of preventing the ossification of the social system by exerting pressure for innovation and creativity. He addresses conflict as aiding and clarifying norms and boundaries, and having conflict challenges inequalities and pushes institutions to adapt. All great things that conflict can bring about when it's healthy. Goffman and his interaction ritual essays on face to face behavior showcase the normalcy of implementing these type of rituals within our work systems and day-to-day lives, that implement dignity and order and social stability. Although these are good to have, it may promote avoiding confrontation by sticking to that status quo. On page 12, he says, the maintenance of face is a condition of interaction, not its objective. By enforcing this social norm, it's reinforcing power hierarchy potentially, and once again, could be just promoting like toxic status quos in the workplace and organizations and operations. In closing, I did notice an overarching theme of power within the conflict dynamics. However, the chapters did discuss ways to healthily address conflict, and the benefits of conflict overall. Thanks so much.